California high school football players got paid to play in Texas.
With JP.
I'm Jordan Palmer, quarterback consultant, breaking down top 3 throws of the week, high school football every week. Here we go. Now, let's go to Allen, Texas, one of the best high school programs in Texas, taking on one of the, or maybe the best high school football program in California, St. John Bosco. On paper, this was a matchup. On the scoreboard, it was different. This is Bosco all the way, 52-14, hammering Allen at their own stadium, which I'll get to in a second. Pierce Clarkson, a guy who's kind of risen to stardom here, famous last name, a lot of expectations and hype, but the last couple years has backed it up. He had a great showing at the Elite 11. He had a great showing all offseason at all the camps and all that stuff. Bunch of offers, bunch of interest, and a bunch of great plays. This is him, tight red zone, quick goal line fade, efficient mechanics. Ball goes up top to Uyangalele's little brother, who I don't even know if he's little. I think it might be his bigger little brother or whatever. Dude's a beast. But these guys are going to be unstoppable. This is going to be a crazy matchup like it is every year at the end of the year when they take on Mater Dei. But they went all the way to Allen, Texas, and they didn't do it for free. This stadium in Texas seats 18,000 and costs a reported $60 million. And if you got money for the stadium, you might have money for the opposing team. And in this case, they did. NIL deal goes through. Every player who signed up for it and did it got $400. California dude gets paid to play a game in Texas. My mind is blown. It's a bad time to be a Nebraska Cornhuskers fan, but it looks like it's a pretty good time to be a Nebraska high school football fan. Check out what happened in this showdown. For this one, we're going to Omaha, Nebraska. Now, they don't traditionally have elite quarterback play. We don't see a lot of the top quarterbacks in the country coming out of Nebraska, and you don't hear about the atmosphere, but check this atmosphere out right now. This is going bananas. This is as rivals get. This is Millard South High School going versus Millard West High School. Now, I don't know a whole lot about Millard, Nebraska, but they sound close to each other and they look like they don't like each other. Cam Koziel, quick drop, sets, gets the ball out, throwing a timing and anticipation, great over the shoulder, running him just right at an angle to run out of bounds, catch and get 1 or 2 feet in. Great play by Cam Koziel. Guy's committed to play baseball at Vanderbilt, and Koziel ended up with 321 passing yards, 3 touchdowns as Millard South hammered the West in a thing that they call the Battle of Q Street, whatever that is. This might be the biggest upset of the year in high school football. For this game, let's go to Bradenton, Florida. Way down there. This is Miami Central taking on the IMG Academy. This is the ultimate public school versus the big mighty private school situation, and it's happening in Florida with some of the best athletes on the planet. Now going into this game, IMG ranked #1 in the state of Florida. Coming out of this game, actually, Miami Central ends up being #1 in the state of Florida. There was a lot at stake, and Miami Central handled business, led by quarterback and FIU commit K1 Jenkins. You may look at this throw and say like, it was like a pretty good throw, or that wasn't incredible. But what it was you are an underdog and you're gonna go win and beat the juggernaut. You're gonna go slay that dragon. You gotta be meticulous with this thing, and you better put this ball exactly where you're aiming every single time. And even a simple concept like this, down and distance, it's third, they need it. Hits his back foot, over route. There's a player coming over the top, somebody coming underneath, ball's thrown only place his guy can get it. It was the sum of throws like this for K1 Jenkins, which is how they were able to go in and slay the beast. After the game, coach had a great quote. He says about IMG, they get to play football, we have to play football. You can have speed, talent, game plan, all that stuff. Sometimes your why ends up being the difference.